Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Amrita Devi Foundation talk show, Stories That Matter. My name is Mayank Ahuja, and it's a privilege to be your host and facilitate this important conversation this evening. Today's topic is both timely and impactful: how every corporate can contribute to net zero through community partnerships. An organization has strengthen their sustainability commitments. One thing is becoming increasingly clear: achieving net zero is not a journey that businesses can undertake alone. It requires meaningful collaboration and communities, employees, and other stakeholders. So today, we'll explore practical ideas and actionable insights that every organization can learn from. Let's begin with welcoming our panelists. So our first panelist is Mr. Lakshmikant Bhandare. Mr. Lakshmikant.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Benji. I think I really love to speak on this topic. It is very alarming for every one of us, especially people who are working in CSR, and the kind of intervention where company comes with different kind of sustainability and talking about the goals towards net zero. I think apart from that, how our partnership or the CSR intervention can bring change uh, in the ecosystem, doing good work
Right.
and partnership. Yes.
Of course, we would love to hear your comments and your take on that. So before we invite other guests, I would request you to introduce yourself first, sir, to everyone.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Maiji. I would like to thank Amrita Devi Foundation for having me here. And I've spent more than 14 years in the field of social development sector. I've worked with different organizations like Hinduja, UNDP. I work with United Nations. So currently, I'm a CSR head for Highway Route Precision Technologies Limited. We are into one of the automotive supplier components to different OEMs. We have our thematic areas across education, skill development, healthcare, and community and environment and sustainability. So this is one of the key topic which I love to have a conversation on. Thank you so much.
Excellent, excellent. Welcome to the show, Mr. Bhandare. So our next guest is Mr. Kakkar Thakur. Mr. Amit.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, good evening, sir. Most welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. I'm truly privileged to be invited. I thank Amrita Devi Foundation for having me as a panelist, and I look forward.
Great, sir. One request: if you can just tell us something about you, so that we all can get to know who Mr. Thakur is.
Thank you for the question. Certainly, I'm Amit Thakur. We currently VP HR with GSL Logistics, with over 27 years of experience in this industry. So I look forward for a lot of knowledge sharing and meaningful conversations.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. So our next guest is, if you can please welcome our next guest, a backend team, Mr. Puneet Rai. Welcome, Mr.
Yeah,
Puneet Rai, to the show.
hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Puneet Rai. I'm working with a company named as Audio Technologies and Codex India Private Limited. Basically, we are an IT product manufacturing company, and I would love to hear all the details from you, get some good knowledge, and maybe whatever little bit knowledge I have, I would be love to sharing this as well. Although I am not fully fit, that's what I have not opened my video. I am on bed. Since 4 days, I am having viral fever. But I was keen to attend this workshop or webinar. That's what I have come along with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Puneet, for introducing yourself and just still joining us, even if you have that fever. In fact, let me tell everyone that Mr. Puneet was not able to join somehow, but somehow at the end, because of his willingness to learn more, he has just joined. So that's great. Thank you so much. And in fact, we all are going to learn from each other today.
Yeah.
So with the knowledge that we have, I think that is the best thing that we can do: share our knowledge.
Yeah.
So let's start with Mr. Before we start, I would request the backend team to play the video of ADF.
सफर उत्तराखंड से शुरू हुआ, लेकिन हमारा सपना सिर्फ एक क्षेत्र तक सीमित रहना नहीं है। हमारा लक्ष्य है पूरे भारत में बदलाव लाना। एक ऐसा भारत जहां महिलाएं और युवा अपने पैरों पर खड़े हों, जहां पर्यावरण और विकास साथ साथ चले और जहां हर गांव, हर शहर अवसर और आत्मनिर्भरता का प्रतीक बने। इसी सोच के साथ हमने अपने पहले विंग अमृता देवी विमेन स्किल डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट शुरू किया। हमने महिलाओं को कौशल देना शुरू किया। कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटर में, सिलाई कढ़ाई में और डिजिटल मार्केटिंग जैसे कोर्सों के जरिए और अब तक 1500 से अधिक महिलाओं ने प्रशिक्षण ले लिया है। इनमें से 300 से अधिक महिलाएं आज आत्मनिर्भर हैं। किसी ने अपना व्यवसाय शुरू किया तो किसी ने रोजगार पाया। हर कौशल स्वतंत्रता और सम्मान की ओर एक कदम बना। क्योंकि हम मानते हैं जब महिलाएं आगे बढ़ती हैं तो पूरा समाज तरक्की करता है।
My experience was amazing throughout the course. And also it helped me a lot to become a better version of me. Thank you.
जिसमें डिजिटल मार्केटिंग के कोर्स में मैंने SEO, SMM, कैनवा, लिंक्डइन वीडियो एडिटिंग सीखा।
जब से मैंने सिलाई ज्वाइन की तो लक्ष्मी मैम ने बहुत अच्छे से, बहुत आसान तरीके से समझाया, उससे मुझे काफी कुछ समझ आया है।
यहाँ कंप्यूटर का 3 महीने का कोर्स किया और उसके बाद मेरे पे बहुत सारे चेंजेस आए। मैं बच्चों को लिखवाने पढ़ाने के साथ साथ अधिक से अधिक प्रैक्टिकल भी करवाती हूँ। अमृता देवी फाउंडेशन का धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ।
सबसे पहले मैं अमृता देवी फाउंडेशन का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ। फिर मैं गुरु सिंह नेगी जी का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ, जिन्होंने हमें 6 महीने फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट सिलाई सीखने का मौका दिया, जिससे अब हम अच्छे से सिलाई सीखकर अपने खुद के कपड़े और आस-पास पड़ोस रिश्तेदारों के कपड़े सिलकर बेनिफिट कमा पा रहे हैं।
परिवर्तन सिर्फ कौशल से नहीं आता। प्रकृति के बिना जीवन अधूरा है। इसलिए हमने अपने दूसरे विंग अमृता देवी अर्थ केयर के शुरुआत के, जिसके तहत उत्तराखंड से लेकर दिल्ली NCR तक हमने 1500 से अधिक पौधे लगाए हैं, जिनमें चंदन जैसे बहुमूल्य वृक्ष और दूसरे प्रजातियां जो हमारे पर्यावरण को सुरक्षित करते हैं भी शामिल हैं। ये पौधे न सिर्फ पर्यावरण को बचाते हैं बल्कि किसानों के लिए भविष्य की आय का साधन भी बनते हैं। और यही नहीं, हमने 110 से अधिक स्मोकलेस चूल्हे भी गांव-गांव पहुंचाए। इनसे घरों का धुआं कम हुआ, महिलाओं और बच्चों की सेहत बेहतर हुई और हर घर को मिला स्वच्छ सांस लेने का अधिकार। हमारे इन प्रयासों को देश भर में सराहा गया।
साथ में अगर आप देखें आज के दिन, तो एक जो सपना देखा गया था उससे आप एक शेप में होते हुए देख सकते।
के साथ रिखानी गांव जो कि अल्मोड़ा में स्थित है वहां पे पहुंचा। अमृता देवी अर्थ केयर की तरफ से जो कार्य पर्यावरण के लिए किया जा रहा है उसका एक जायजा हमने यहाँ पे लिया। मुझे ऐसा लगा कि एक ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं कि जो सिर्फ पर्यावरण के साथ साथ जो यहाँ के रहने वाले हैं उनको भी इकोनॉमिकली सपोर्ट करें। ये जो मेरे पीछे आप देख रहे हैं ये एक चंदन का वृक्ष है। कभी सोचा नहीं होगा कि चंदन के वृक्ष उत्तराखंड में भी इस तरह से लगाए जा सकें, बट ये जो मुहिम चलाई है जहाँ लोगों को एक दिशा दी गई है कि वो चंदन के पेड़ लगाएं, पर्यावरण की तरफ है ही जो सपोर्ट उसमें मिलेगा, बट इकोनॉमिकली ऑल्सो इट विल हेल्प द पीपल दोज हु आर रिसाइडिंग इन दिस एरिया।
मेरा नाम सुनीता मेहता है, मैं ग्राम रिखानी से हूँ और हमें आज अमृता देवी फाउंडेशन द्वारा धुआं रहित चूल्हे मिले। हम इनका प्रयोग करेंगे तो हमें धुआं नहीं लगेगा और जिससे हमारा स्वास्थ्य ठीक रहेगा। अमृता देवी फाउंडेशन का धन्यवाद करती हूँ जिन्होंने हमें धुआं रहित चूल्हे दिए। धन्यवाद। एक
नया कदम अमृता देवी स्किल इंडिया के साथ। इस पहल के तहत हम युवाओं को IT सेक्टर की इंडस्ट्री डिमांड के अनुसार ट्रेन करेंगे। 6 महीने तक अनुभवी विशेषज्ञों द्वारा गहन प्रशिक्षण और अगले 6 महीने में प्लेसमेंट की सुविधा। यह 1 साल का कार्यक्रम युवाओं को जॉब रेडी बनाएगा और कॉरपोरेट्स को मिलेंगे स्किल्ड और प्रशिक्षित प्रोफेशनल्स। CSR पार्टनर्स के लिए एक विशेष लाभ, इन प्रशिक्षित छात्रों को हायर करने का पहला अधिकार। हमारी मेहनत को सम्मानित किया गया है, जिसके लिए हमें बेस्ट NGO घोषित किया गया, 2021 में GNE अवार्ड्स द्वारा और भारत इकोनॉमिक फोरम की सदस्यता प्राप्त हुई और इनक्रेडिबल वर्क प्लेसेस गोल्ड सर्टिफिकेशन अवार्ड मिला है और बहुत सारे अभी और आने बाकी हैं। हमारे वेल विशर्स जिनके सपोर्ट से ये संभव हुआ हमारे इस सफर को और मजबूत बना रहे हैं। यही है अमृता देवी फाउंडेशन की पहचान। यह यात्रा सिर्फ हमारी नहीं आपकी भी है। आपके सहयोग से ही यह क्रांति और गहरी जड़ें पकड़ सकती है। आइए मिलकर एक ऐसा भविष्य बनाएं जहां हर महिला सशक्त हो, हर पौधा पनपे और हर जीवन बदले। आज ही अमृता देवी फाउंडेशन से जुड़े, हमारी वेबसाइट देखें और हमें सोशल मीडिया पर फॉलो करें और हमारे साथ बदलाव का हिस्सा बने।
What a lovely video that was, and we got to know that what Amrita Devi Foundation is contributing to so many people and to the society. So great. And to continue this, of course, we can just have a discussion. We can start our discussion with Mr. Lakshmikant Bandare. My first question with you from you is, what are the most powerful impact? I'm sorry. What are the most impactful community partnership models that corporates can adopt to accelerate their net zero journey while creating measurable social and environmental impact? Sir, over to you.
What I personally see that when we talk about net zero, it is cannot be achieved by companies just acting, so within their boundaries near their factories.
Right.
And if you see, there is always 70 to 90% of emissions for many businesses lie outside their direct operations, especially in their supply chain.
Absolutely.
Supply chain, let's say logistic and communities. And this is why community partnership are no longer a CSR activities. They act as a strategic pathway for achieving this, the share. And I personally see that the most of the models, like if you can see the climate smart agriculture partnership, something on stubble burning to promote regenerative agriculture, improving soil health. These are few, kind of models where corporates can come forward. Also, something like landscape ecosystem restoration. We see a lot of watershed development, biodiversity conservation. There are also NGOs like, of course, Amrita Devi Foundation. Through the video, we have seen that the clean energy access to rural communities through different kind of their interventions. So these are few things where models where companies can think about. Uh, End of the day, we see that there should be always a climate resilient communities where corporates can collaborate with government, NGOs, institutions, to bring something towards a better society, a better life for the climate. And for corporates, when I talk about this, always like circular economy partnership can be done by having the recycling or sustainable livelihoods, engaging local entrepreneurs, because these are the community-driven programs basically, and where community has the ownership, to bring things forward. When I talk about our side, when at Highway Repair Sessions, we are implementing our approach in the way we have engaged with an agency called End Poverty, and the program which through our intervention, we are focusing on crop residue management. You have heard about the cases of Parali, stubble burning in Punjab, and
Yes.
this is the area where we are engaged through our CSR partnership with End Poverty, and this demonstrates how one initiative can be simultaneously reduce greenhouse emissions, improve livelihoods, and contribute to cleaner air. Kind of collaboration with WRI.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. There's some noise in between, but yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So I was talking about our initiative with WRI India. It's one of the
Right.
research agency on climate change and one of the think tank. We have a similar kind of intervention on climate resilience community. We do a heat risk assessment with having the local adaptation of those that corporates combine technical expertise, community participation, and government can collaborate and impact extremes beyond carbon reduction. So I believe personally that the future of net zero lies in multi-stakeholder partnership where business, government, civil societies, institutions, research institutions, and community can come together. And if you see that success is not only just measuring the tons of CO2 reduced, but it will also improve livelihoods, entrepreneurship for communities, stronging more stronger local institutions. So that is how corporate can create lasting environmental and social value while creating their net zero journey.
Right, sir. Right. As far as I remember, I think it was India has also pledged to achieve around net zero by 2070, if I remember, while also targeting around 45% reduction in the emissions intensity of its GDP by
Hmm.
2030 and aiming for about 50% of its installed electric power capacity to come from non-fossil source by 2030. Now, very interesting things that you said. Before I just go to the next question, I just want to ask few questions. One more question from you. You said that organizations, the good thing is that you took the name of ADF also and the other organizations which are actually contributing to net zero. But you said that you had a partnership with N Power, I guess. N Power is the name that you had taken for the
End,
Parali thing
end
that is
poverty.
happening.
End poverty. End poverty.
End poverty. Okay, and
Yes.
poverty. So how are they? I mean, what are you doing in that so that it actually because this parali burning when it happens, that time there's a lot of pollution also which happens near
Right.
NCR. If I'm sure, I'm not
Hmm.
sure about the other parts of India, but I know about NCR because that is in the news always. So how is it
Right.
going to help?
See, if you see the background of this issue, the farmers especially do this stubble burning to have access to better agriculture practices. But there are
Hmm.
certain areas where intervention has been done through happy seeder, the tools like baler or happy seeder, and through that intervention farmers have done. But when we talk about the farm holding, the land holding of the farmers in Punjab, most of the farmers have big lands and their ownership. But when we talk about
Right.
the issues begins with the small and marginal farmers, which they don't have, maybe they don't have the machine or they don't get the right support from the government. So here we come to support the small and marginal farmers to make those villages, stubble AFL free, or you can say the fire-free zones from. Also, there is different agenda from Punjab Pollution Control Board. The government is talking about it's a national burning issues. So I think as a corporate, I think this is one area where we feel that we can contribute and support these farmers, especially the vulnerable one, and we can target those to see some intervention, and they can, with that, success, many of other organizations can jump in into supporting these farmers. So that is one thing.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Of course, that will definitely help the farmers. Once farmers are heard, they are helped. I think this issue, the entire issue of this pollution, may go down a little by few percentage. I think so.
Yes.
Great, sir. Thank you so much. So, moving ahead to Mr. Amit, my next question is from you. It's beyond tree plantation and awareness programs. If you see, what innovative CSR and HR initiatives can organizations implement to make sustainability a part of everyday business and employee culture?
Thank you so much for the question. Well, I think this is a very vast topic to be discussed. If I specifically highlight where the place of Mumbai, or in general, I'm talking, So, firstly, in general, I would say the company, in terms, they should start carpooling first. That's a very good initiative because carpooling saves lot of fuel also, and there is less of net zero emissions or carbon CO2 emissions also. Secondly, when I
Correct.
talk specifically of Mumbai, see, Mumbai, there are a lot of mangroves. They are being taken away by the construction sites because I see a lot of greenery disappearing. Because of that, we can see a lot of warming and with a lot of heat, extreme temperatures, be it summer, be it monsoon, be it winter is hardly seen anywhere in India. Because of this, lot of CO2 emission and all, there is a lot of climate change. Like recently, also we can see that Baba Ambarnath Yatra, the Lord Shiva himself disappeared from the earth.
Yes. We
This is
all
a very
got talked about.
yeah, this is the very biggest alarming sign that even when gods cannot tolerate this climate change, how we humans can you should collaborate and see the what measures, preventive measures can we take, so that the mother nature is protected and how we can protect the greenery of the Mother Earth so that there CSR also and the environment is also being friendly for everyone. Lastly, I would like to add, in our company, I had started a policy of like, removing, implementing of solar panels, which also, try to reduces the electricity bills. Plus, I also rewards those employees, who switch off the lights when not required. They help in carpooling, like for people who have their vehicles. They try to accommodate many employees on route so that the employees also don't have to take the trouble of traveling in public transport and reach very pessimistically in office. That's all I can say.
Right. That's excellent. Excellent, sir. I mean, you just gave a very, very, I mean, encouraging thing to everyone that, I mean, you have started a policy wherein you are asking, maybe encouraging employees to implement solar panels at their homes. I guess that is a thing. And of course, rewarding the employees who are actually switching off lights and carpooling. So if these kind of things are being rewarded, definitely more and more employees would be interested to do so because it is their benefit as well. Very nice, and of course, so this carpooling thing is really good. Of course, we have been hearing about carpooling since long, but then still, I think still a long way to go. But then it is very
So,
important if the organizations start maybe rewarding people for that, or maybe some kind of encouragement or some kind of appreciation to that. People will definitely draw towards carpooling because
because usually क्या होता है, people who are the owners of vehicles, they think यार अपने पास गाड़ी है तो हमारी गाड़ी सिर्फ हमारे लिए, हमारी फैमिली के लिए, बट ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर आप अपने एम्प्लॉयज को दोगे तो इसी तरह कंपनी आपको रिवॉर्ड्स भी देंगी, तो आपकी गाड़ी सब कंपनी की हो जाएगी, इसी बहाने.
correct, absolutely correct. That's very, very nice. So of course, and I also feel that, I mean, I if I remember, the world has actually, this net zero thing, the world has committed to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees centigrade, if I remember, Celsius, under the Paris Agreement, if we all remember, and achieving net zero emissions by around the middle of the century is considered critical to reaching the goal. Although in the last few months, if we say, I mean, it's better not to take the name, but then some supreme powers over here on the earth, they are saying that net zero and all these are not the right things. But at least at India, at our level, we are very much committed at India level, because even today I see the government is very much serious about net zero, and they are pushing their policies to the organization so that they can do something about it.
Because when we talk of Viksit Bharat 2047, net zero in this environment, save the environment and Mother Nature is also a part of Viksit Bharat 2047. Unless and until you support net zero and protecting Mother Earth, you cannot dream of Viksit Bharat.
Right. Absolutely correct. Pretty nice. So my next question is from Mr. Puneet. Mr. Puneet, will you be able to answer at this point in time? Are you there? I think Mr. Puneet has left. Oh, actually, he was not well, so somehow I think he's just left. No problem. Also, we can just ask maybe a common question from you in 1 minute or maybe 2 minutes now. So since we have lesser panelists, you can take 2 minutes. If you can just tell me that if you have to recommend just one action that every corporate, maybe regardless of its size or in the industry, should start this year to accelerate its net zero journey through community partnerships, what would it be and why? So, Mr. Lakshmikant.
Uh, so I think we don't think about too much, but I think companies should, uh, regardless of its size or industry, it should focus on their operations basically, where they engage uh, their employees, suppliers, partners, or maybe their neighboring villages. So instead of implementing isolated CSR activities, corporate should co-create some solutions with these communities to address local climate challenges, such as basic things on agriculture or water conservation, renewable energy, or waste management. So sometimes it should don't look like it is a kind of a charity kind of thing, but it should act as a measurable outcomes. So we are not only tracking the carbon emissions or doing, but also improving, like I said, improving our own ecosystem restoration, like also your livelihood, your water. So it is just we can say that net zero is not a destination. that business can achieve. It is completely a shared responsibility of each and every stakeholders here. So I think they can start from the small activities, understanding how they can contribute to their communities or operations that they are.
Absolutely correct, sir. Of course, if we even if we achieve this target by 2070, still we have a long way to go. We have to sustain that, and for that also the systems have to be built accordingly from today only. So very rightly said, sir. So, Mr. Amit, from you, your comments on this.
Well, my inputs here will be, we should focus on mangroves, preserving mangroves and mangrove cleaning, because mangroves are very essential to preserve the sea, and they are very useful filters, we can say. They filter out the impurities of the sea and the ocean, and they try to make a water clean, which ultimately reaches at you and your office and my office and homes. So unless the mangroves are preserved, only then there can be more greenery and more clean and purified water. Else, we can understand what's going to happen without mangroves. That's my take.
Right. Absolutely correct. So, is there anything else? Of course, I mean this is a lovely discussion that is happening. But then, is there anything else? I'm sorry because we wanted to have more panelists, so more discussions could happen. But somehow, unfortunately, we have lesser panelists today. But then, because I mean, we can take the benefit of the time that we have. If you want to say anything else, Mr. Lakshmikant, on maybe as of now we talked about our own country, but we can talk about the global things as well that are happening around across different uh, continents, maybe America, maybe Australia. What are they doing? Maybe anything of that sort.
See, I would talk about how corporation look at having this net zero. So there is always different terms coming into picture like ESG or maybe GRI ratings. There were few things always been. So
Right, right,
when I talk about Indian context, it is more about we are more traditional to have our CSR programs within the community, but climate or climate change or anything related to your supply chain or maybe something where you are using the resources from the society, but you don't think of giving back to them, maybe in a different way. So India might be for them it is a new thing because जब आप किसी को कहते हैं कि हम इसके ऊपर काम करें मतलब क्लाइमेट के ऊपर काम करें so there it is more of a technical term and you see environment or maybe the uh, agencies or think tanks who are working they uh, there are most of them there is always conferences and talks are going but when we talk about our implementation part there are very less corporates who are getting into this working on this kind of activities like this uh, Amiji said that for mangroves supporting these things. So we should think about that part because if you see when I talk about the foreign countries, Netherlands or any European nation, they have certain policies. If you talk about uh, Japan or countries, they have already started thinking beyond the net zero because end of the day we are using these resources, fossil fuels, and it will be done for a day, one day we have to have our own resources created and should we look for a sustainable resource that can stay long and it will help the future generation to get benefit out of it. So I think we should think in that way. Which the countries India has started thinking, but many of the European countries or other countries, advanced countries I can say, have already done some good work and demonstrated good implementation around this.
right, right. Great. So there's some part of awareness also that is happening. Of course, I feel that the awareness about climate change in India is certainly improving at this point in time. But still, I feel that there's a significant gap between awareness and understanding. As of now, people don't understand that. While most Indians are concerned and about environmental issues, they are because they see for themselves. Many are still aware of that what is actually net zero means or how business or individuals can contribute achieving it.
So I just
So this is what I
put
feel.
in between, just put in between. मतलब हम कहते हैं कि पेड़ लगाना चाहिए, हम पेड़
हाँ
लगाते
जी,
हैं, but when you visit that पेड़ next year, वो पेड़ जिंदा है, कैसी उसकी स्थिति है, उसको पानी दे रहा है, नहीं दे रहा है, we're not tracking that. We are only planting trees on Environment Day. So,
Tick mark activity is only happening.
yes, we should articulate our actions very seriously because end of the day it is Mother Nature और वो सबसे important है जहाँ से हम we are getting air and oxygen, everything, water. So
Right,
we should
right.
look
This
into that.
awareness, absolutely correct. So this awareness has to go to, I think, not only the people around, but to the leaders also, and they should walk the talk. I feel so, and that is what in India, of course, it is. I think it is not missing. It is there because we are celebrating not only Environment Day, but sustaining it also at times. Uh, but on because of some, I guess, uh, this, what do we call, infrastructure building, of course at times we have to cut the trees also, but then at the same time there are people, the governments also, they are planting other trees at some other places so as to compensate for those trees, but that is still happening. Still we are going in the right direction, but still along with the challenges. What do you have to say about it, Mr. Amit?
Well, I can say, like, see, I guess we people are Gen X people. So we come from that era and where we used to have, four or five people in the family used to have one telephone, wire wala telephone hota tha. Now, though,
Correct.
like the lot of usage of electronics also, it's adding to lot to global warming. Like एक एक घर में आप देखेंगे छह छह गाड़ियां हैं, एक एक घर में आठ आठ फोन है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंजम्पशन कितना है, इसी CO2 एमिशन कितना है। तो अगर आप यही विश्व को ना स्टार्ट विद योर होम, अपने घर से शुरुआत कीजिए। जरूरी नहीं है कि 15 साल के बच्चे के हाथ में आईफोन देना है, या उसने अगर 10th में अच्छा पास हो गया तो उसको गाड़ी लेके देनी है। सो पहले उसको अपने घर से शुरुआत कीजिए, बोलते ना अपने घर से शुरुआत होती है। Try to reduce the electricity consumption. Try to use make use of public transport. Not necessary कि एक एक घर में छह छह सात सात गाड़ियां होनी चाहिए, which is adding more warmness to the climate, and that's why we keep telling global warming है, global warming है. The indefinite use of the internet after the free internet has started 10 years ago is also one of the reasons of the climate change. That's what I feel.
Absolutely correct, sir. Absolutely correct, sir. But then, of course, we have to balance between the business and this climate thing. What you are saying is absolutely correct. But then, what you have also done, that incentive part on the incentive or appreciation or reward part for the employees. So I think over here, the citizens are also like that. If till the time they are not rewarded, they are not going to do so, because as you said that, I mean, 15 साल के बच्चे को iPhone, now when people can afford it, people are giving it without realizing that how, I mean, it is not that good to give an iPhone to a young child at that time. So
Correct.
incentivization has to happen, or maybe some awareness. The good part is that you said regarding the electricity. If I remember correctly, there was one jingle, I heard it, and that was played on television some time back. That was produced by government, I guess, and they said, "मम्मी हो या पापा हो, पापा हो या मम्मा की अम्मा हो, सबको हम बताएंगे, बिजली हम बचाएंगे." So right from the beginning, this is. I mean, kids are singing this song. So
Correct.
I mean, that was. I mean, this the only thought was what I thought, that at a very young age, if students get to know about it, they get the importance of this thing. It is quite a possibility that in future we may the entire culture can be changed, and instead of wasting the energy, wasting the electricity, they might start preserving it, or they might start saving it instead of that getting because of their stick. Maybe from within, if they get it, that will be even better, and that will build the culture also around that, or build the culture of saving over here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And you are a very excellent moderator, Mr. Ahuja. And we look forward for the more such interactive discussions. Thank you, Mr. Lakshmikant, as well.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Vijay.
much
It was
to all
nice
the panelists. Today's
having
discussion.
conversation.
Thank
Yes,
you.
please.
Yes, yes, sir. I will tell you that, I mean, I'll just close the discussion. Today's discussion actually has reminded that achieving net zero is not just about seeing ambitious goals. It is about building meaningful partnerships and taking consistent action. So on behalf of the Amrita Devi Foundation, I would like to thank our panelists, Mr. Lakshmikant, and Mr. uh, he has left, I guess. Mr. Amit has left. And everyone who has joined us today. We hope this conversation inspires organizations to take the next step towards more sustainable future. So thank you for being with us, sir. Have a wonderful evening ahead.
Thank you, Mayank. I think great work is been done through Amrita Devi Foundation. The video itself shows there's a lot of impactful work is going on, and I wish you personally all the best for your future endeavors and have a greater impact at a larger scale. So thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your words of appreciation and motivation.